Wow. Let's begin. I'm going to do medium because let me tell you, if you haven't played this through already, you won't know how much of a complete bastard it is later on, and I seriously don't want to have to struggle through again. I'd rather, like I've said before so many times when I do playthroughs, I'd rather just do medium and have a more enjoyable playthrough where we can kind of get on board with it. Anyway, I'm going to shut up for this bit.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley. Last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Do you love that intro? Trouble is, like, we're in the kind of intro-y sort of phase, so there's gonna be a lot of this. I'm gonna try and bust through it as quick as I can. No subtitles, I'm sorry, blah blah blah.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company.
She's like, hell nah.
We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anisadora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port
I know what it
facility.
is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrens if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
Here we go then. I kind of like, having already done this, but I kind of still feel like super freaked out. It's interesting actually doing it through again, because, sorry, I've got an itchy nose. It's interesting doing it through again because I thought like, oh yeah, you'd just be like, whatever. I still feel super scared. Okay, so this is how we move. Look, it's got the bird. The cool bird from the movie. So yeah. We can take a look around. There's do you see what I mean about like there's little sounds? There's little sounds everywhere in this, and oh god, it's even worse in those extra DLCs. I thought the extra DLCs were going to be just like kind of sort of like visual playthroughs. They're not. They're What the flipping scary, seriously. Oh yeah, there's that right, I can go here, look. There we go. Take all of that, thank you. Somebody said today on my video about, like, can you get rid of this orange thing to highlight stuff? And it's like, it's true, it kind of does detract from the sort of reality and so on, but as you get on into the game later, there's so many panels and objects and things like this that you could very, very easily just be totally confused by this. It's great though, the way everything just kind of moves and changes. So these are the save stations which you basically got to use to save your game. Cool little retro robot there as well. Cool little kind of beanbag chairs as well. So that basically gives us some info. I got to get dressed. So let's do this. Yeah, the sounds are quite hard to get used to. You can use the shout, although why you would when you're fully dressed, I don't really know. There you go. Maybe I should have done that before I got dressed, right? Anyway. The attention to the kind of scrap detail is very nice, you know. But, anyway. Let's save the game so we don't have to do all this stuff. So when you get a save, you place in like this, and then you got to wait for it. And okay, yeah, we got, and then you can't save again immediately. There's like a little sort of time delay basically before you can resave. So it's, yeah. But anyway, I'm feeling kind of stressed already, even though I know for a fact there's like nothing to worry about for quite some time. Do you know what I was saying before about in my review? I said that you have to kind of use the keyboard for the PC version. Well, it's like, look, I'm moving my mouse around; it doesn't sort of move anything. I don't even know where that. Yeah, so but when I go on the keyboard, look, see, I can go up and down and sort of backwards and forwards to actually use these things. Anyway, so you end up using the keyboard to kind of use the computers. I hope that sort of made sense. You kind of can scroll with the mouse wheel, but it just doesn't work as fast as using page up and down. See, I like how there's little things like this just kind of not closed. They've done a good job of like making it look lived in, you know, and like stuff like this where the door's like a bit knackered and it's like, but other things are clean, you know, so it's like the bit where you would actually use is sort of worn. There's things that are like not unnecessarily worn. I don't know, it just, they've done a really just nice job with that. You know, I actually didn't go down here before, and this door looks like it's open. Oh, that's why. Fuse, I saw your message, I don't know what you're talking about, dude, so... If it's critical to this, then tell me, otherwise don't. Right, let's go chat to Mr. Blake.
Ah, Ripley.
Ah,
Samuels,
hello, how are
Did you
you?
wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I
Why?
was just inspecting the Torrens facilities.
Why doesn't he need as much sleep?
Well-maintained ship.
Is there something mysterious there?
Very similar model to.
The Nostromo.
Yes, M-class. A later pattern, but close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor okay? She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
Let's go speak to Samuels. Again, look at this. It's so, you know, it's so accurate to the film. We've got these like containers here for samples. Oh, and I just kicked the bin over. You've got the containers for samples. You've even got the bit around the corner where Ash goes to like check out, make sure there's nothing up there with his probe. It's just super awesome. There's the thing where the facehugger drops down from. They've just done a really good job. And then also you can even do this, like you can use the CT scanner, which is quite cool to be honest. And in comes the thing. There you go. And the only reason that there's no prompt or reason for you to necessarily use that, they kind of put it in there, and it's like if you bother to explore it, you know, you find these little things. You know, let's carry on. That must have been pretty hard to play like that, Duncan. There's lots of little sounds like in the background. You hear like these little. Okay, here we go. Hello, Samuels.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good. I very much doubt it's morning either. Sorry. I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get used to it.
I don't do long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel further than the coffee machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened. If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors.
So she's basically like a kind of legal aspect right here.
Your mother has been missing for 15 years, and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours.
Yes, we've done the speak to Taylor. We can also check this out in here.
All personnel to the bridge, approaching Sevastopol station.
Looks like we're up.
It's worth noting the things that you can open here, because then you also sort of search for them later. Although again, it's kind of like you do that whilst in the grip of horrible fear, so... Nostromo incident. Taylor, got your request. 21, 22. This is the report about the Nostromo, so basically telling you a little bit about why we're here, and of course we know why they're there. Torrens manifest. Blah blah blah. Outbound return transportation. Weyland-Yutani, Sevastopol. Samuels, Ripley, Taylor, which is us. This is basically just our ship mission. Okay, here we go up to the bridge.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol station. Are we docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits, is that right? I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep con so I can say hello.
Channel open, Captain.
We get into the game pretty soon, guys, so it's not too long
Watch
before
the approach on the monitors.
it's not too long before we start getting involved. This is just your standard game kind of like intro. But yeah, things heat up pretty soon, but I love looking at this right here. It's interesting as well how this section is kind of modelled on the Nostromo if you look at it. See how you've got the forward kind of points here and then the secondary ones behind and these other stations around here. So they've kind of modelled it quite closely off of that. I've forgotten what I'm supposed to be doing now though. Was I supposed to be sitting at a chair? Wait, what was I meant to do? What did she tell me to do? I've forgotten. Man, I only done this bit so fast last time. I've forgotten. I gotta sit down at a chair. What are we doing? I have forgot. Oh my god, I can't believe this. What does it tell me to do? Oh, collect my briefing doc. Yeah, of course, of course. There we go. I totally forgot. I was like, what am I doing? Here we go.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors.
I hate that bit where he says that.
Sevastopol
Can we see it?
station.
Sounds just wrong.
Is that damage?
It looks like damage.
Punch up 74. Tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is a commercial vessel, Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Weyland.
Yutani Bond, you're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over.
This is Waits, Colonial Marshal, Sevastopol Station. Serious situation.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again? The station's
bit's really good,
comms seem
guys.
pretty
This bit's really
screwed
good.
up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
I like how Taylor looks like constantly worried. Everyone else is like, yeah, let's do it. Taylor just looks like freaked out.
My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you.
This was such a good spacesuit design as well. If you look back at the very original art design of Alien, they went through loads of different suits, and this was a really interesting model. It's actually designed kind of around...
You too, Samuels.
Affirmative.
Yeah, the suits are actually designed slightly around Japanese samurai armor. That's why if you looked at the shoulder plates, for example, they've got that kind of plating system, and that's where they actually got the kind of concept for it from. See, look at the plating here on the shoulder pads, look.
My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Tim.
Oh, bollocks.
Just keep moving. Taylor, Ripley, hold on.
Of course. Bye, Taylor.
Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody!
Flemfang says we need some Space Marine Terminators for this situation. Got to agree, to be honest. I love that. I love that they put no sound effect for when she opens the door because she's in space, and you can only hear from her point of view. It's really, really good. Okay, here we go now. Come on. Biting my nails already. Okay. See, I like as well how you really... it's got a great sort of feeling within the suit. It's a shame that there wasn't more with this, but anyway, I like it. Look at this, this is great. It really feels like you're in the suit. And your perception is really kind of lessened. Anyway. You can change here. Okay, here we go. So now we are in the world and we're stuck on the bloody station alone. Let's go check things out. Just gonna make sure, guys, the volume's turned up max for this for you guys. Can't remember what I set it to before. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Here's our save points. So again, you've got to wait for those lights. You can still look around, you're still live in the game. Okay, let's move on. Basically, the ship's taking some damage as well as everything else. It gets me every time. So we can't go this way. I've got to find another way. And here we go. These are the things. These are the vents that we can move through. You recognise the sound. I like that you can actually bonk the lamps with your head as well. I should point out that I do get quite scared by these kind of games. It's a miracle that I can even make it through, to be honest. Okay, so spaceflight employee, and this is all blocked off. Compound, which we'll use to make stuff. Basically, you can collect things and make stuff, which I have nothing of yet. Okay, let's check out the terminal, see what's going on here. Corrupted. Decommissioning. Decommission team, blah blah blah, go view what means regards to contracts. Skeleton crew, over recommend taking what you can available. Should point out that decommissioning does not mean lucky dip. Everything here is to be accounted for and personally escort anyone helping themselves. So, and the rest is corrupted. Okay, we've got to go this way. Oh. There's going to be some parts I'm less scared at, having done it already. Oh, she's having a bad day. Sad times.
God damn.
We find our first flare though, which is good.
This'll help.
So Q radial menu, and then you select what you want. So flare, and then you press R to activate it. There we go. Now we've got our flare. We can throw it if we want to, but I don't want to do that because I need it to see. So let's go through here. There's some of your classic game writing on the wall over there. Someone new. You always know, Working Joe. It's a horrible premonition. That just goes down there to nowhere. Basically we're heading up here. See how you can hear stuff? People moving around. Which is worrisome. I've got some scrap here which we use for making stuff. Radios can be used again for distracting the alien, but it's not particularly effective. Oh, God, I don't know if I've got the strength to play this through again.
Anyone here?
There's nobody here. You do quite quickly get this feeling of just being on your own, which is, like with a lot of survival horror games, pretty terrible. Anybody that watched my Dead Space playthrough as well will remember the true horror of me playing that game. It'll be a miracle if I can get through this one similarly as well. These things are really important. These update your map with your area. So you look on here and you see like everything around. So now we can kind of move around and you see this is where we are, ladders. What's the legend? Yeah, so again this shows all the different things. And we can get around here. This is really critical because later here you can see as well shafts to move through, and this becomes really, really important basically. Let's carry on. No torch. Oh yeah, we have to go through here. Here's another save station. Basically, so we use these things to power stuff up because all the power's down. So you've got to use these like manual generators to get things working. There we go. This brings the computers and everything online. Just the sounds in this really get to me. Sounds with these kind of games are like, you know, a lot of it. Langley, if you're looking for a stash I moved in, you left it right out in the open where anyone could have taken it. Jesus. Do you know what I had to get to? I've hidden it in one of the storerooms. You should be able to find it. The code is 0340. I didn't find this before. I don't know where the hell this thing is. Don't worry, no one goes down to the terminal anymore. Not after what happened. Okay. Also, we're out of meds and low on water. Okay. So terminal 0340. Okay. I'll remember that. See, I always make this mistake. It's not Q, you need to go down here, and then this. Decommission of Sevastopol, and we've had a long journey, blah blah blah, sad times. Be assured that Segan's Apollo Central working Joe androids will be there to serve Sevastopol until the last rivet is removed. Thanks, but no thanks, dude. Okay, let's play this.
Harris, Turner, get back here now. We have a track somewhere in engineering. Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our paperwork to be bulletproof when this shit's over. Waits up.
There we go. And utility, power junction D departures, restore power to departures. So let's save, which is always critically important. They really hammer this idea of saving sort of back in with it. Now where to? So this is where we would, you know, consult our map basically. So that's where we've been. This is where we've got to go, and you know we should be able to go through here. But there's a departures door there as well, so we can check around and see if any doors have opened up for us. This door's still locked down, so I can't go through there. So is it up here? Let's look.
Doesn't anything here work?
Find a way to restore power to the shutter. It's not this. I have a feeling it's going to be... What do we do? Seem to remember that this is all like... It's funny because this stuff you remember you do it very early on and you forget super fast. Let's look down here. Maybe it's this. What was it, 0340 I think? This is why I didn't find this stuff before. Okay, we've got a new blueprint. Good news. We've got various bits and pieces, so we can make those. So we can select this, and then basically, as you can see, we can build these. So if I do this, I go 1, 2, 3. That builds our item. So now we have a med kit as well as the flare. How do we get these freaking doors open? Oh, it's this, maybe. No? Damn, man, I cannot remember. Seriously, this is bad. Yeah, I remember the code. It's all good. There must be a vent or something around here. This is super annoying. Maybe it's on the computer system. It must be on the computer system. I thought there was a hack nearby, maybe. I seem to remember there being a hack. It must be the computer. This is stupid as well, because I remember the first time I did this, I went through this bit really fast. Turning it back here, terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports, make them thorough, we're going to need our paperwork. Ah, that's it. See, I told you it was simple. I obviously just didn't make sure I don't electrocute myself. I knew it was simple. It's like funny because I was just like, yeah, power report. The first time I did it, I was being more thorough and like going through and reading everything, but now I was not, and hence why I didn't bother to. Wow, here we go. Into the terminal.
What the hell happened here?
This game is so worrisome. See, there's a lot of places that you have to return and stuff. Wow, here we go. is our ship, obviously.
I'm right here. Verlaine!
I think they can hear you, dude. Damn, we get close. See what I mean about the sound? It's like epic. Yeah, as you see, we can't go through this way. Did an amazing job with the sound in this game. I mean, seriously, it's just really full on. Oh yeah, that's right. You come into here. Some more flares. Ah, here we go. Power system again. I love this part because I love all the little sort of computer station things coming on. It's a shame you can't play the games though, that would have been a nice little touch. I love the echo as well, it's pretty obvious where you're supposed to go through. So you just... What the fuck? Oh my god, that was me. God, this game scares the crap out of me. It doesn't get better either, it gets worse, a lot worse. This is all just like the super easy mode bit. I don't even know why I'm scared. Sorry, I won't need you to come in next week. Store's been in trouble. Sell it for scrap, etc. To all spaceflight employees. Public safety, prevention and panic. Clear to all potential passengers. Currently no flights leaving Sevastopol. Colonial Marshals investigating problems on station. Update accordingly. Apollo is the central AI that monitors and provides guidance for the Seegson working Joes on Sevastopol. Apollo also oversees all communications in the station. You're in safe hands, apparently. Although, maybe not. So there we go. Yeah, the audio does make a massive difference. Anyway, let's save. Save, yes. Okay, let's get out of here. Can't get my headphones comfortable today. Pissing me off. Let's go. So you can use these vents to travel around, which is obviously quite handy. Put so much fearful sounds in. They're just seriously trying to get into your head at this time. Just a horror. If you guys on the stream are scared now, you have nothing till later. I mean, honestly, this is just, there's not even anything happening right now.
This whole damn place is falling apart.
You just wait, seriously. You don't even know. Come on, you stupid thing. Get out of my way. Yeah, seriously guys, you don't even know. Also, whilst I'll say to you that if you play it on hard, it is difficult. Medium doesn't really make a massive amount of difference to the alien. In fact, I actually tested it out, and there's an area that comes up sort of later on mid-game, which I think is one of the more difficult sections, and it's to do mainly with the fact that, like, interesting, this is a little cat box. yeah, interestingly, the bit that comes up later on is like you're kind of in this sort of rotunda thing in this little section. You have to get down and come back out and dodge past the alien, and it basically blocks your path, and it's really difficult to get past it. When I tried it on hard and medium to compare, it was just as difficult. It didn't make any difference. So anyway, there we go.